What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Paul, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Max. I'm happy to be here, man. Happy to be talking to you again.
This is awesome. Let's go in the chat and see where everybody's from.
Yeah,
Woo!
I saw someone from Hawaii.
Phoenix, Atlanta Metro, Greensboro, right in here, Triad.
Denver. Shout
Raleigh,
out to
North
Denver.
Carolina. Yeah. Metro, Detroit's in the house. New Orleans. How is everybody doing? Look, first of all, I want to say thank you guys for joining Paul and I on this live right now, because I know you could be anywhere else. It's probably dinner time somewhere. I know it's dinner time. My fasting just started, so there goes that meal. My last meal for the day is gone. But man, listen, I appreciate every single person for coming here and wanting to learn something pretty cool. And I think Paul and I got something for you that's going to be able to help your business, right? Like, it's just going to be able to help you, period. And that's if you've been following me for any morning time, I'm only going to bring you something that's going to actually help you, period. Because there's so much stuff out here. It's so many things out here. I'm just glad you guys are here rocking with us. Randy's in New York. Marcus is in Charlotte. Paul, where are you at now? Because I know you're traveling all over the place. Where are you now?
I'm in beautiful Kalispell, Montana right now, up by Glacier National Park.
Montana. That's pretty cool. I'm looking to buy about 1,200 acres in one of those places somewhere, and I'm just going to find it on like some auction site and just make a purchase.
You should, dude. You should. You need a cowboy hat.
Yeah. Well, I got plenty of those. I got cowboy hats and all the boots you could ever ask for.
Hell yeah. Yeah. There's lots of places up here. Pretty cheap too. It's impressive how much land you can get.
That's amazing. So listen, for you guys that don't know me, I'm sure you got here because, I either text you to come here or I sent you a message to come here. You know me, I've been in the wholesaling game since 2016, late 2016, and things have changed drastically since then. I mean, it's been absolutely insane. I remember when I first started this business, there was barely any YouTube channels. There was some few good podcasts. And now it's tremendous. There's information everywhere. People are helping people everywhere. Everyone has a Facebook group. I have one with 120,000 people in it. And it's just everybody's giving out information. So for everybody that's in here right now, shout out to you, because you could be anywhere, but you being here is showing that you want to better yourself and get something that's going to be popping, something that's going to help you with your business. Paul, I know you've been in real estate for a while. You moved to the tech side pretty quickly. I'm in the tech side as well too.
Yep.
But hasn't this industry changed so much in the last 5 years?
Oh yeah, man, for sure. I mean, at first there were a couple companies that like kind of spun off tech products for the off-market real estate investor world that kind of were half-baked. And now, I mean, we're treating this like a pure tech startup, talking to venture capitalists, talking to big investors. And because innovation is allowed in this off-market space, there are so many companies cropping up trying to make an impact.
I would say, as the agents have been doing well with technology in real estate, and I think in the last 5-10 years, investors have been making leaps and bounds when it comes to innovation and tech. Even the word prop tech and that stuff has become a very popular thing. And I won't bore you guys with that, but I want to get into this and kind of show you kind of what we've been working on and present you with something that is pretty dope. So let's kick it. Let's go into this webinar. Obviously, there's a classic welcome to the webinar thing. Welcome to the webinar, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. All 130 plus of you in here, ready to change the way you do business. Now, I'm assuming that most of you, know what wholesaling is. And if you don't worry. I'll help you with that. I got crazy amount of videos to help you decipher that. But there's three main pillars for wholesaling, right? And I'm going to show you guys something today. And matter of fact, before I move forward, I want to make sure you guys are okay with me sharing what I'm about to share with you. Like if you are okay with me moving forward and going to show you something that's going to help your business and really help you grow, I want you guys to say yes or press 1 in the chat or something, because I want to make sure that everybody's here to gain something, because what's about to happen. Like things are about to change. Things are going to change for you, especially if you're an active wholesaler right now or you're getting into the game. So if you're in this and you you are okay with me saying yes, or press one because I want to do this.
Let's go, guys.
All right, cool.
Yeah, look at all that.
All right, cool. We all right, we're on the same page here. I just wanted to make sure, it's late in the day. You guys could be doing something else while you're doing this, which is fine. So listen, there's three main pillars of a wholesaling business. Number one is marketing. And you're probably thinking, well, duh, Max. Well, marketing is when we do outbound marketing, whether it's cold calling, whether it's text messaging, whether it's, sending mail or, any of that. Mail is kind of both inbound, outbound. Then you have PPC, where you have pay-per-click, where you spend money on Google AdWords and you drive for dollars. Paul, can you think of any more stuff that you do on the marketing side of the business?
I was going to say driving for dollars, but you took it out of my mouth.
Yeah, so there's so many things you can do on this side of the business, marketing. And then you have the acquisitions part of the business, right? There's all types of system and processes and apps and those things to help you, whether it's to find the best deal, a negotiation calculator, CRMs, which help you manage your actual clients and manage your sellers, all these things, right? And then you have dispositions. Disposition is simply selling the property. So we all know of softwares that help us market, softwares that help us do acquisitions. What about dispositions? Dispositions is one of the final pieces of the wholesaling investor business that is very unique really to wholesaling, in the sense that it's not been developed as fast as the other sides, right? I know, there's all types of things. I mean, let's move forward. Like we all know, like on the marketing side, you're going to have REI skip, right? That's skip tracing. I remember when I got in this business, skip tracing cost between $4 and $5 a name. Now, I know you're probably thinking, yo, when you start in the 1960s? No, in 2016, there was only few companies that were doing skip tracing because it was very hard to do. Skip tracing was expensive. And now you can go get that for 15 cents, 14 cents, and sometimes even 3 cents to some places. Now, the data may not be good at 3 cents, but it's there now. It's different. The barrier of entry is lower.
And you helped pioneer that.
Yeah. I mean, I was one of the first ones to bring that into the industry with my background in bail bonding and the whole reason why skip trace come. But that's a whole nother day to talk about that. But then you have other marketing softwares such as, you have PropStream that's going to help you do some things. Then you have Batch. Then you have REI Rail. Then you have text messaging softwares. You have Carrot that helps you market out your website so that you can build a website so somebody can come visit your page. So you have all these things. All of these companies, all of these software companies have been focusing so hard on marketing, which is important because it's very, very important to get that lead in the beginning. And then you have acquisitions, right? If you run a team, if you have things, you have CRMs that help you manage everything. You have PropStream. You have, what are other acquisitions, softwares and apps you can think of off the top of your head? There's a lot. A lot of them are mixed between marketing and acquisition. A lot of these softwares, and that's cool. And then you have, things like, I could go on and on with these softwares, but I'm sure you guys have a ton of them. Matter of fact, if you're in the chat, I want to see what some of the softwares you guys are using for marketing and acquisitions. I'd be interested to know how many different answers we get of different products out there. Somebody says they even use Redfin sometimes as everything.
Got to be some Podios in there.
Podios. I mean, Podio, I seen Podio thrive and die. It was amazing. REI Reply. People are saying Batch Leads. Somebody saying PropStream, LeftMain, Geodata. All of these companies really help you focus on the front end. And then you go into dispositions, right? So you've marketed to a seller, right? Whether it was a text messaging, all types of things. And then you go to actually negotiating and then acquiring. You got acquisitions. Now you have this under contract. And now you have transaction coordinator where you do all these things. And now it comes time to sell this property. And we're still doing it the archaic way. We're creating a web page on a website. We are going to another platform. And then we're sending out a text message from another piece of software. And then we're using another piece of software and we're sending out a email to our buyers list, right? And that's even if you have buyers, right? And so all of these things. And then if you have a big enough buyers list, half of your emails are not getting delivered because you're using these Gmail services, you're using this MailChimp, or using Constant Contact, and all these things cost money. I know my MailChimp bill every month was like $350 every single month to be able to keep all the buyers that I had and be able to send them out. I know I used a company for text messaging. I forget what it's called, to text my buyers when I got something, right? I would build a fancy web page on Carrot when it came to actually building a profile for that actual house that I was selling. It's so many of these things. And the way we sell it was we blast it out and we wait. And then, God forbid, you live in Texas, but you got a deal in Atlanta and you need to JV with somebody. How do you find that wholesaler you can trust? Remember, the Facebook group has 120,000 people in there. How do you find the person you want to work with? What's their reputation? How big is their buyers list? How do you know you're not going to get screwed when you JV, when you're living in Texas and you want to JV in Atlanta? Right? It's so archaic, and it's the last piece of the puzzle that we haven't really been able to put together. We haven't focused on as investors, as creators. We haven't created that software that does it.
And right? I think, Max, that sorry to interrupt you. I think that a big reason is because it's been so easy recently. It's been like, all right, I'll plug in MailChimp, or I'll plug in my text messaging software to text all of my buyers. But it's all just been very easy since you and I got into the game over the last 8 years or so.
So what's going to happen now that the real estate shifting, right? People are running out of hard money, right? The interest rates are so high. And let me break something down for you guys real quick. The interest rates are so high right now that the bond, it's directly attached to the bond market. And so where hard money lenders get their money from is wealthy, rich people who like to diversify their investments. So they loan a percentage of their wealth to these big shops. All right. So they may loan out, $1 billion or $100 million, $200 million to a shop that will then keep recycling this money, right? Because that's why your hard money is term limited to 12 months. They keep recycling this $1 billion that they got from this guy that they got to pay back at 5% every year, right? And so that's why they're charging you 8, 10, 12, 13% when it comes to hard money, is because they gotta recycle the money over and over again. Well, guess what? These wealthy people are pulling their money away from these, what's going to become risky if you don't know what you're doing, because everybody and their mother was flipping houses, for the last 24 months. Everybody. I think my mom actually did flip a house. So so the thing is, you have to think now. You have to think now. Everybody's starting to pull back. They're starting to pull back. And so now these sellers, now that these buyers, there's less buyers because there's no more casual flippers. They're going to start going slower and slower because why? They're not going to get the hard money. The hard money lenders are putting their money in the bond market, which is paying them whatever the interest rate is for the time. So whatever the interest rate is, the bond market's is safer. It's backed by the government. If the bond market fails, we all have a lot bigger problems than worrying about real estate at the moment. So your hard money lenders are running out of money. And so now you need to dive deep and find the real buyers, the people that are waiting on the sidelines with this cash that they have to be able to sell these properties. Yeah, it was been easy the last 24 months. We've been able to sell properties at 18% off and 15% off and 10% off, and sometimes 6 or 7% off retail. We've been able to sell it. And then over the last 24 months, a lot of people have been eating real well by selling to hedge funds. Now, let me tell you, they're saying that hedge funds are backing away from buying single family. That's partly true. The big guys, like in Invitation Homes, they're not backing away. That is their portfolio. All these other hedge funds were just dipping in it because it looked sexy at the time. The real hedge funds that solely focus on actual having real estate, single family assets, they're still buying. They're just changing their buy box. Well, guess what? In the last 24 months, if you have not been a big guy in the market, there's no way for you to get a hold of these people. You don't have the contacts, the access. We fixed that. You don't know who to JV with because you don't know who to trust. We fixed that. You don't have to spend money on text messaging and then emails and then creating this pretty website to be able to send out your deals. We fixed that. And so that's what Paul has been doing for so long is fixing this problem that we have. Right? And so let's check out the next slide. Finding a reputable buyer has been one of the hardest parts of this industry. I'm not talking about the dentist that's buying 1 or 2 properties a year or two. And those guys are good. They buy good, but how do you reach that guy? How do you find that person? Right? Here, look inside of my Facebook group. Anyone can suggest the best way to find cash buyers? Beginning, should I first find sellers or find buyers? How do I find cash buyers, investors? Right? How do I find? Why is it so hard to find the buyers? Why is it so? This is all from my Facebook group. And this is a common question that most people have. We got to fix it. We're here to fix it. Right? And so the missing link is the dispositions link. Where is it? What's going on? Right? So here's the ideal disposition solution. Finding a buyer in any area. Notice I said any area. Now, most of you that are successful, that understand marketing, you've been marketing in your backyard in Alabama and you've been doing real successful. But you know that there's another market in Ohio that you don't have boots on the ground. You don't have a JV partner. But if you knew that you could expand your marketing to that area and you had buyers lined up, would you actually expand your business in Ohio using the same things that made you win in Alabama? You want to be able to track and manage your deals. How do you manage your deals right now on the disposition side? Let me guess. On a whiteboard, on a CRM. Guess what? We do too. In my office, we got 2 giant whiteboards with roll-arounds, and they got these lines on them. We put all the deals that we have under contract, and then we move them over. That's exactly how we did it too. Right? Then you got to say, I need an open market for private investors. Wait, you mean like the MLS? You want to create an off-market MLS for off-market properties to vetted buyers? Wait, there's got to be a catch to this, but that's exactly what Town Square and Paul went out and did. It's an all-in-one marketing platform. So even if you just want to send your deals to your buyers in a very sexy, simple way through email with a beautiful website set up, that's what Town Square does. All of these softwares in real estate, dozens and dozens, none of them have focused on the dispositions. And that's what they have, right? Buyers for sale. It's a common oversight. One of the biggest oversights in disposing deals is the lack of security when it comes to building a buyer's list. Got to build that buyer's list. How do you do that in the beginning? It's hard. It's hard. But wholesaling is already hard finding the deals. So why make it double hard by finding the buyers? We fixed that. Right? And so if you don't have $35,000 to jump into a program that gives you all the buyers in the country, buyers, I'm not sure. Right? If you don't have $35,000 to go spend money to go get all the buyers in the country, then these other services are not going to work with you. Buyers, I'm going to tell you something right now, because I go to RIA meetings and I hold RIA meetings myself. Buyers are tired of getting the same property over and over and over again.
And not knowing who's the actual owner of it.
Yeah, who has the deal? Is it daisy changed? Which person is it? Right? Buyers will not have so much confidence when each wholesaler, because no one has actually built a relationship with these buyers. We fixed that. So what's the best option? Right? We're going to look into the solutions of what Town Square has been able to create. Town Square is the best, most secure and accessible disposition system for any size wholesaler. If you're just starting, or if you're what I call a whale, right? A whale where you dominate a market because you've done so well and you've got so much time. Let's take a look inside, because I think all of this talking has just been rattling. I know I hate rattling. Listen, have I been rattling a lot?
I don't think so. I think you're good.
Have I been talking too much junk? Listen, Paul, I want you to show them the inside of what Town Square looks like and why and how it works for them, because this is going to be amazing. So I think you can share your screen.
Yep.
So whenever you're ready, Paul's going to show you inside, and I'm going to shut up rattling.
Feel free to interrupt me to commentate a little bit, Max.
Sure, no problem. I'll sidelight it for you.
There you go. So everybody, here we are inside of Town Square. This is a user's account who pays for at least our pro level membership. So what we can see here is inside your posts. So this is where you would upload your properties for your buyers to have access to once you send them. And like Max said, we solved the problem of how do you get your deals out to your buyers and then organize all of their interest. All of that happens inside of Town Square in a super organized way. And before we get too far into this, let me just say that everything you're about to see, it's $150 a month or $1,200 a year if you pay for a year up front. So like Max said, the most accessible, most robust disposition software that I have ever seen on the market. So this is what it looks like to go in and edit one of your posts. Posts are properties. So you add a title. All the information about the post is here. Quick description, all the photos. And then we added this section down here so that your buyers have access to all the information that you could possibly connect. This way, maybe you can sell the property sight unseen. So you can add information about the basement, add information about the ownership, all of these things here. It's a complete seller's disclosure so that you can fill out all the information about the property and your buyer is completely filled in and you have everything right in front of you. You're answering all the questions that they might ask you. You know, what's the condition of the roof? All right, let me just fill out the condition of the roof here. It's all done, all right there, step by step for you in front of you.
So, Paul, what this kind of reminds me of is like if you're an agent and you have to put a property on the MLS, you're forced to fill out certain qualifications or certain things on a property. So this is standardizing the way that we present properties to buyers.
Yep.
We have to unify to be able to be, represented well. And that's what this does. And before we move on, I know there's a lot of people saying, listen, have you heard of Investor Lift? What's the difference from an Investor Lift? Stick around. I'm going to answer those questions myself. I'm going to answer them. What's the difference? But you're going to, if you stick around, which I hope you do, you're going to see why this is different than any other disposition software out there. And this is the only disposition actual software, period.
Yep. So after you've added the information about your post, you can go in and you can set up a showing time. This will appear on the post that your buyers will see whenever you email it out to them. And up here at the top, we'll come back to what exactly this means, but I want to point out these two boxes here. This matching contacts is the number of contacts that other users of Town Square have uploaded to the platform and that they have said, hey, my buyers are interested in deals like the one that you're posting. So you know what other buyers are looking for before you're even going to post this live to the marketplace.
So wait, I got to answer this question. So buyers have created what they call a buy box, right?
Yep.
And when you're
this is actually different. This is actually different. We have got the buy box plus we have matching contacts. So matching contacts are the buyers that other users have brought to Town Square, and they have said, here's my buyers list of 5,000 people. They're interested in Winston-Salem. And then if you post a property in Winston-Salem, you'll see 5,000 up here. Buy boxes, that's totally different. Those are for the big guys that are using the platform.
Got it. And I know a lot of you guys have questions here in the chat. We will get to them. I promise you. We're going to move them to the side, and we're going to get to these and answer these questions for you for sure.
Yep. So we touched on matching contacts, touching on matching buy boxes. One of our goals with Town Square is to bring these off-market properties to the largest, most powerful buyers in the country through a standardized, simplified, really liquefied marketplace that we've created. So we're going out to institutional buyers on your behalf and saying, hey, come look at these properties. Come look at this off-market MLS. Build a buy box for what properties you're looking for. And then the institutional buyers that we're working with will be notified whenever your property that you post to the marketplace meets their purchase criteria so that you can immediately connect with these gigantic buyers. So that's what this matching buy box is. That's the number of buy boxes held by other users that this post will match whenever it's live. So now let me show you what a live post looks like. Here we go. All the information about the property that we've added is formatted really nice. You have a nice map down here. All the seller's disclosure information that you've added, it's all there for buyers to see. And then here's the really interesting thing about sending this out to your buyers. You can do that inside of Town Square, and I'll show you how that's done underneath your marketing tab. But your buyer, let's say they receive an email from you, they click on a button that says, let me contact this person who just sent the deal to me. They don't have to have an account to come in here and submit an offer to you. They don't have to have an account to see all the information. They have immediate access to this custom made site specifically for each of your properties. And all they have to do is click contact seller up here, fill out this information, and then back here inside the post, it will appear under interested buyers. And I'm not clicking on it because we'll get to that part, but let's move on to marketing now. So your post is live. It's on the marketplace. Anybody who has a buy box set up has been notified about the post being live on the marketplace. Now you're ready to send it out to your buyers. So you come over here into my contacts, you create a list of people that you want to send your posts to. And then under marketing here, all you have to do is select the list. You could have 200 lists here if you want, just available for you to ready to send it out in a beautifully formatted email right to all of the buyers on those lists.
So basically, if you have buyers that are interested in multifamily or duplexes or only this side of the tracks or this zip code or this, you can compartmentalize your buyers list into different sections and only send them properties that actually match what they want.
That's right. So for the example here, we've said that these buyers are interested in the area around Fayetteville. And we could even go as granular as saying what kind of properties these buyers are interested in. That way you can organize all of your different buyers and what they're looking for right inside your Town Square account. So all this is cool. I'm really excited about all of this stuff because now you have handled all of your dispositions right inside of Town Square. You can collect offers from your buyers. You can send your deals to your buyers. All of that is great. But then the real power of what we've created and what I'm really excited to show everybody.
So hold on, before you move on, Paul, let me understand this. So if you just want to get Town Square to be able to dispose of your own deals to your own buyers list in a very presentable and uniformed way, right? So you had a virtual assistant that you say, hey, you're in charge of dispositions. They would get access to this. They would upload the properties. They would take inquiries from sellers all on one platform, right? And you don't have to do anything else on the platform. And that alone is going to save you because you're going to get rid of your email service that you're using now. You're going to get rid of any website that you use now that you're going to be uploading and creating new, buy websites for each individual property. And then you're going to be able to send this out. So you're already saving. I mean, just having a buyer's website's $100. Just being able to send a mail out, if you're using a mail service, is going to be at least $100. So you're $200 and you get this entire software for $150.
Yep, that's right. Plus, whenever a buyer comes along and says, hey, I'm interested in this deal, here's my offer, you can sign contracts with that buyer directly on Town Square. And that's 100% free for your buyer to do. So you tell your buyer, I'm ready to sign. They sign up, they join it, and you upload your contracts. They sign, and it's all right there ready to go for your closing company right inside of Town Square for each and every post.
So you can actually do DocuSign within that. So you can get rid of your DocuSign.
That's right.
Okay. So that's another $100.
That's right. That's right. $150 a month, $1,200 a year if you pay up front.
Nice. Okay. What's the secret? What's the most exciting thing?
Yeah. So the most exciting thing that I think we are making a big splash in the industry with, and I hope that we continue to make that splash with you, Max, is under your sharing tab here inside your post. So you're here inside your post. We've filled out all the information about it. And now we've come to the sharing tab. Inside sharing, we see this guy, this user, we've named him Middleman. So this Middleman guy, he has 11 contacts. And granted, guys, all of this is for demonstration purposes. And the real site.
And this Middleman is a wholesaler in a different part of wherever your city is that has a huge buyers list or whatever size buyers list. You can see that it could be user Maxwell and that I have 3,000 contacts inside of that thing. And you're saying you can reach out to me directly.
That's right.
As the wholesaler that's direct to the property.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So all I have to do, and this has already been done for this property, but all I have to do is select this button and then click this share to selected. So if I was in Winston-Salem, Max was in Winston-Salem, and there were 3 other people on Town Square in Winston-Salem, what you have the ability to do is share your post with all of those people to try and JV with them all at once, all at one time on Town Square. You can leverage all of their buyers lists right now, all at the same time on Town Square by clicking those buttons.
So if you live in Atlanta and you found a deal in North Carolina and you want to work with me, this is how you do it. Or you want to work with Nasser or any other large wholesaler, this is how you send me your deal for me to say, I'll work with you.
That's right. That's right. So now I'll flip over and show you what it looks like from this middleman side. Somebody who's receiving.
Side, yeah,
that's right. That's right. If I'm sending you a deal, Max. So let me flip over to that side real quick.
So you're gonna get this deal under contract, and you're gonna be in Atlanta. It's a good deal. You're gonna send it to me on this platform, and I'm gonna be able to vet you out real quickly.
That's right. That's right. So now we're on Max's side. We're on the middleman side where we're under shared with me. This is where all the properties that are shared with another user show up, and they can see a link directly to the property. You can upload files directly to this view. We call this view the room. You can chat directly back and forth. And then, like I said, this demo JV agreement has been uploaded. Let's say a buyer comes along. I can just click request signatures, select the document, and then go through a whole signature signing process right on Town Square. Now, for the guys that they have big buyers lists like you, Max. Maybe you're just sitting here, you're waiting for all your followers to send you deals. All you got to do is sit here and wait for the guys to send you deals. You'll get pinged in your shared with me notifications, and then you'll be able to vet all the people that are sending you deals. You'll be able to ask them for contracts. You'll be able to essentially sit back and monetize your buyers list because you have a humongous buyers list in the area where you do business.
So you're saying that because I've been in the business for a long time, I can work with other wholesalers across the country because I've spent the years building a big buyers list, and I can say, hey, listen, work with me. I'm in North Carolina. I'll get your deal sold fast and quick for more money than you can. And you can all do it inside of a platform. We can have a chat based upon every single property, not just in general. This chat is special to this property on Jennings Farm Road in Fayetteville.
That's right. That's right. Amazing. And even cooler, this is the last most exciting thing I would say, is let's take a look at the interested buyers. So this person has sent out the seller's deal, has sent out the other account's deal as if it was their own to their buyers. And then these 2 buyers have come back. Charlie and Kevin have come back and said, hey, Max, I'm interested. Now, let me show you what that looks like from the original wholesaler's side, the seller's side.
Okay.
So if we go back over here and we click on interested buyers, this guy can't see the buyer's information yet because the JV agreement hasn't been signed yet. In other words, the buyer hasn't been released yet to the seller.
Interesting. So my seller's information is protected, and after we negotiate a JV deal is when we get to see this and make this sale happen.
That's right. That's right. So back over here in your account, all I have to do is click this release to seller button, and it says releasing this will make the contact information visible. Click release to seller. Back over here, if we refresh, it will load that buyer's information.
Amazing. So now I'm going to be able to see who this buyer was, Kevin the buyer, what his proposed number was, and now we can finish the deal.
That's right. And just like you and I had a room, just like the seller and the middleman had a room where they could chat about things, now you have shared a buyer with me, and I can go to this room and then chat with that user directly inside of Town Square. So I can say, hey, Max sent you over to me. I have a JV agreement with Max. Here's my assignment fee, or here's my assignment contract. Upload that. the buyer gets a notification, they can sign agreements directly on the platform. And then what this allows you to do is export out all of those agreements, send them over to your closing company, and now your closing company has a complete file to start the title process.
This is amazing. And from my understanding too, you're actually working on implementing a new title company sometime soon that will be able to help people virtually close their deals.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, a high volume real estate investor specific title company that we're forming a partnership with, that you'll be able to just blast your deals and the information that you've collected, like the documents, over to that title company, and they'll start the title process. Honestly, Max, they're talking about starting the title process as soon as the deal is posted to Town Square so that they can get out in front of it. And then you have no lag time whatsoever. And the documents are just sent over to them.
That's absolutely crazy. This is amazing, guys. I don't know if you know, and maybe some of you guys are new, maybe you've been in this business for a while, but you know that how fast technology has been moving in the investor world. And this is what's going to help solve a lot of things. No, this title company is not in North Carolina only. This title company is nationwide, and this platform is nationwide. So what's amazing about this is you can eliminate so many different softwares. You can eliminate your MailChimp. You can eliminate your buyer's website. You can eliminate so many things, your DocuSign. And now you have JV agreements and all these things inside of the app. You can work with some of the biggest wholesalers by selling your deals faster, because there's so many times, like I said before, I'll go back to this slide. You can see when people have said, hey, look, I can't find buyers. How do you find buyers? I'm going to show you exactly what people are saying inside of these things, because buyers are hard to find. You have sometimes found a deal and think it's not a deal because you haven't found a buyer. Well, guess what? You don't actually have you don't have the buyers list you need. And now you get to work with some of the best wholesalers.
Yep, that's right.
What is the feedback you've been having so far?
Yeah, so what we've been hearing is from the big guys that have their buyers lists hosted, as we call it. They love what they see because now they don't have to spend any money on acquisitions. They say, okay, all these guys are bringing me deals and my buyers are happy because they're bringing me deals that can be sold to my buyers. And they're fine with splitting the fee because they don't have to go out and find buyers like you're saying. And then for the guys that are bringing the deals to the platform, Max, they're loving it because now they look 10 times more professional to their buyers. They have 10 times more organization. Everything is done in a systematic way directly in front of them.
I love this. Now, here's one of the things. So some people are wholesaling in states like Oklahoma where you can't publicly post your deal. Does this, I know that this software and this process allows you to not worry about that because this website is not public. It allows you to post your deals and work with other people privately so that you don't have to worry about breaking the law or anything like that when it comes to publicly posting your deals in the state of Oklahoma. This is amazing.
That's right. So with Town Square, guys, whenever you send a property to the marketplace, like we did back here, and I showed you what the property looked like on the marketplace, that's actually this. You have to have this link in order to see this view of the property. In other words, this isn't something that somebody can just come along and look at like they can on Zillow or something like that. So it is a private off-market marketplace. And the only people that can see the marketplace are the highest tier, upper echelon buyers that my company is out there attracting and trying to bring to the platform on your behalf.
Got it. I love this. So do you have time to add let's pick a few questions, or you got more to show us?
No, I think that's everything. I'm excited. And I hope everybody uses it. We've been working long and hard on this, and I think it'll be great for everybody who needs to dispo their deals in an organized and structured way.
So far, this software has been a game changer for a lot of people that I've talked to, and this is going to be the same for you guys as well. Let's go to a couple questions. Someone says, will there be buy and hold investors on this platform and not flippers? Of course there is, because if you work with me, say you got a deal in North Carolina, and I have a large buyers list, I have dentists and doctors who buy 3 to 4 properties a year that are looking strictly buy and hold turnkeys. So if you have those, easy, right? So absolutely. Someone says, how do you build your buyers list from this platform itself? You need to be working with other wholesalers that are going to help you do this. And here's the professional thing. As inside, once you're inside the software, there's going to be a bunch of trainings, and I'll be leading some of the trainings. Paul will be leading some of the trainings, and we're going to show you how to grow your own buyers list so you can be selling these deals using the platform in itself. And that comes a part of the membership, and the cheapest membership we said is $150. Let's see. How does this differ from Investor Lift? That's a good question, because I get that a lot when people say it. Investor Lift is a very, very expensive platform to use. And from my understanding, how Investor Lift works is if you buy what they call the cartel mode, which is 30 or 40,000. I'm not 100% sure exactly what it costs. You have to upload your buyers list to the platform. And in return, you also get everybody else's buyers list to yourself. But why work so hard to build a relationship with your buyer, right? That then turns around and everybody else who has deals in your area will be able to send your buyer and have your buyer's email and send them deals over and over again. Eventually, they're going to get so many deals in their emails that they're no longer going to look at them. The buyer built a relationship with you. This buyer community is a relationship-based community that you have with someone. So you sending and everybody else on this platform that has access to your buyers, your hard-earned buyers, is not good. From my understanding, if you're on a smaller tier, which I think is around $500 a month or so on, is it $500 or $600? I'm not sure. It's a lot more than $150. If you're on that platform and you're a smaller wholesaler and you upload your list, from my understanding, that list gets shared to everybody else without you receiving their actual buyers list themselves. And so one thing we wanted to do was protect your privacy of your buyers. You own those buyers. You spent hard time and all this money and relationship building to find these buyers. You don't share these buyers with anybody that you do not want to. You control the deal. That is always the understanding and the privacy that we want to have on Town Square. So I hope that answers your question on the difference between that one.
Can I add one more thing here, Max?
Absolutely. You can. This is you can say whatever you want to say.
Awesome. So one other thing, guys, that I want to touch on is whenever you upload your buyers list to Town Square and somebody reaches out to you, like we showed in that demo, and somebody reaches out to you and says, hey, can I send my deal to your buyers? If you say yes, your buyers see that deal coming from you so that it doesn't look like somebody else is leveraging your buyers list. If I send my deal to Max and say, hey, Max, I have a deal in Winston-Salem, Max sends it out on Town Square. His buyers think Max has that property under contract and they're going to buy it from Max. So you're leveraging the trust of bigger, more successful, very successful investors that are using Town Square and the trust they've built with their buyers, rather than blasting their buyers with deals and maybe not building that trust so firmly as the big guys would.
Yeah. So Rashad says, is this strictly our personal buyers list, or does it other buyers get to see this? Both. If you want to use the platform only to send to your buyers only, you can do that. If you want to use the platform and share with other buyers, you can do that as well. But it's always up to you and not up to us.
Yeah. So there's three things. I always like to say there's three things you can do on Town Square. First, you can send your deal to the marketplace and hope that one of the big buyers that's looking at the marketplace is interested in your deal. The second thing you can do is you can send it to your buyers. You can stop there. You do not have to send your deal to anywhere else except for what I just said. The third thing you can do is you can share your deal with another investor on Town Square to try and leverage their buyers. Now, they have to accept you and they have to say, yes, this deal is worthy of my buyers seeing it. But if you have a good deal under contract, this guy that you're sharing the deal with, they're going to say, all right, yeah, let me take 40, 50% of that deal by JVing with you. Let's show this to my buyers.
And one thing, when he talks about large buyers, every day, every week, they're adding more large institutions to the platform that have been vetted to be on this platform to be able to see your deals. And that gives you access to some of the largest institutional buyers in the country just by being on the platform. And every single week, they're adding more and more to the platform so that they have access to be able to see your deals. So you may get hit up from a manager from a large hedge fund to be able to sell your deal to. And they know the rules. and they play along with the rules to make sure everybody does well.
One thing I saw appear and then disappear in the chat over there, Max, is there any other hidden fee except for the $150? And the answer is straight up no. It's $150 a month if you want to sign up and use all these tools.
Yeah, that's it. That is it. Let's see here. There's quite a few questions. Let me see. I'm trying to get to the ones that are related to this platform. And somebody says on the app, what does get pre-approved mean? When the buyer got to see it. Yeah.
So when your buyers come to Town Square because you've sent them your deal, what they're able to do is go through a company that we have formed a partnership with and get hard money at unbelievable rates to purchase your deal. So we're solving the funding issue that your buyers may or may not have for purchasing your deal by putting that right in front of them on Town Square.
Got it. Another question is, what's the difference between the free tier and the lowest paid tier of $150?
Yep. So with the free tier, all you're able to do is post properties to the marketplace. You're not able to send your posts to your buyers. And if you're a buyer using the free tier, you're able to submit offers and track all of your offers, use the signing features, all of the stuff that I showed you whenever we were on the buyer's account. That free tier is primarily made for the buyers so that your buyers have an easy platform in a free platform to track all of their purchases that they have with you. They can also track the properties that they've saved. They can also track the properties that they're RSVP'd to. It's kind of like a CRM that we're giving to you to give to your buyers for the properties that they're interested in buying, totally for free. And then for the pro account, the paid account, the $150 a month we keep talking about, you can upload 5,000 of your buyers, and then you can do all of that sharing back and forth to try and do the JV deals with other users on the platform. Again, $150 a month.
Amazing. Somebody says, can this be linked to Podio?
Of course. Yeah. So my amazing team of developers built a Zapier application so that you can connect Town Square to anything. You could connect Town Square to your phone to send text messages into Town Square, to stream deals into Town Square. Podio is the most popular. Pipedrive also works. Anything. You can literally connect Town Square to any CRM on the face of the earth.
They thought about it all. Jerome says, does this come with tutorials, or is just going to have to learn by themselves?
No, so we have about a 45-minute long tutorial we did with you, Max, plus about another hour, maybe an hour and a half's worth of videos on our YouTube channel. Plus, we have an entire support team standing by to help any time of the day.
So somebody says they have a free account and they want to upgrade. Is this, they just reach out to the team?
That's right. Yep. There's a little bubble in the bottom right-hand corner of every screen on Town Square. Just click that little bubble and we'll upgrade your account for you.
Got it. And then another question says the cheapest, well, this is a question they answered my question. The cheapest package on Investor Lift is about $5,000 a year. And this is $1,200. And the features are just different. I think functionally, the websites just function different as far as what they actually do for dispositions. One just gives you access to buyers in the sense of a list. And the other one actually is an actual disposition software, very similar to your CRMs and very similar to your different types of prop streams and driving for dollars apps. It has organization in it that really helps.
Structure for sure.
Somebody says 30 days free. How long are you doing? 30 days free?
Not much longer.
Yeah.
Not much longer. Now that I'm working with you, Max, not much longer.
Somebody says, Steven says, I'm uploading thousands of buyers, VIPs, funds. Let's go. So Steven is going to be on there. He's going to be the one you want to JV with. Somebody says, is there a phone app coming?
Yes. Give us some time. Give us some time. Yes, we're looking for developers right now, and we have the project outlined, ready to go.
Somebody says, how is this different from Deal Machine? Carter, what? There's not even the same. It's not the same at all. I think we should probably have a replay up so you can watch all of it. You probably jumped in late.
One thing I want to touch on is like what we said at the beginning of this, Carter, is that there are these chunks in the business. Deal Machine fits firmly and very nicely into the marketing and the acquisitions portion of your real estate sales cycle. What you're doing with Town Square is the sale of the property. What you're doing with Deal Machine is you're finding the property.
Somebody says, do you have contracts on here? Maybe like a JV agreement or any other contracts, or do you have to provide your own?
You have to provide your own. We're just the tools to help you do the deal.
For legal reasons, you need to be providing your own. But guess what? If you go to my Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses Elite, look in the file section, there's 100 of them. Upload those. And they're all over. You can actually go to my website, therealmaxwell.com, click on resources, and you can download everything you want right there for 100% free. Let's see here. The e-sign feature on the platform offers will only be for your buyers. It wouldn't be to be able to use with your sellers, correct?
That's right. That's right. So we're staying out of the CRM space. We're not organizing your leads that you have with sellers. We're just organizing your dispositions to your buyers. So you'd want to do that in your CRM, get the property under contract, and then bring it to Town Square to sell it to a buyer.
Please remember, there are 3 pillars are in wholesaling: marketing, acquisitions, and dispositions. All right, cool. So we answered a lot of questions. Here's what I do want to say. Today, this has been amazing to be able to present this to you guys, because this is really going to change and narrow the gap between the big guys and the small guys, right? And be able to do wholesaling and dispositions of your deals in a very uniform way, very similar to how the real estate agents across the country have a very uniform way how they display deals, how they sell deals. You're going to be able to do the same exact thing. Completely awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to put up the website. We're going to have an offer that is only going to be available for tonight, which is going to be 20% off of any single package that you get, right? So if you're going to do the monthly, 20% off. If you're going to pay the $1,200 a year for the it's 20% off of that. But I love this because the barrier to entry is very low into this. This is going to be able to change the way you actually do it. How do we put up the actual offer here? Boom. If you click on that offer tab, you can see right there, click on that link and get 20% off.
That's right. So all you got to do is click that 20% off, and that will take you to Max's landing page. And then whenever you sign up, you can just use the offer code MAX to get 20% off your membership at any membership that you select from that page.
I like disappeared.
All
that
good.
was cool.
All good.
Like genie trick. Yeah. So 20% off on and everything. And this is going to change. Here's a cool thing. We're not going to leave you alone. We're going to have a Town Square. Have you guys started the Facebook group for Town Square yet?
We have not yet.
Yeah.
One thing I want to point out real quick, Max, is that link takes you to Max's landing page. Mm-hmm. What you want to do whenever you check out is use the code MAX, just MAX, to get 20% off.
I forgot to mention that. When you click on this link, use the word MAX at checkout. Use the word MAX at checkout to get the 20%. Use code checkout. Use code MAX to get 20% at checkout. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see you guys inside the app. I've already been able to do JV deals with other people across the country, inside my market, inside North Carolina. There's going to be other big guys. I know that Kang is coming on. So you're going to be able to do a lot of JV deals with him. This is going to be amazing. I just can't wait to see all the success stories coming out of this. This is awesome. I thank every single one of you guys for being here tonight. Don't forget, go to click the link up there, Town Square. Use the code MAX so you can get 20% off. That's valid for tonight only. So get rocking. And Paul, any last departing words?
Not from me, other than thank you, everybody. Honestly, it's been a long road. We've been at this for 3 years to get to this point, and we're dedicated to making sure we have the best disposition software on the market for you. So if you decide to sign up, your dollars will be spent well on making even better software.
Absolutely. And somebody said, is any deal too small for me? Nope. Send me any deal, and I'll tell you exactly what it is you need to do. Right. All right, guys. I appreciate you coming out. I may throw this up as a replay for you guys who came in late, just so you have it. But thank you, Paul. Click that link. Use the code MAX, 20% off. I see you guys inside of Town Square. Let's JV. You and I JV.
There it is.
What I might do this year is I may throw a JV party. So if you and I have JV'd a deal, I'm going to throw a party where it's just exclusive to people that I work with. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Nice. And a VIP section for guys that did it on Town Square.
Yeah, exactly. Period. You only can JV with me on Town Square.
There it is.
Awesome. I'll see you guys. Appreciate it so much. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.